The new channel. The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone and welcome to the new channel, here to help you see the new you. My name is Bob and this is the Fort Project. Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the new channel, and this is the Fort Project, where we talk about money, business, and life. My name is Bob, your host tonight, and we're broadcasting live all the way from Dubai, UAE. Welcome to another continuing episode of the show. It is the 12th of August 2020. It's the midweek in the Philippines, and right here, it's almost weekend in Dubai, UAE. Good evening, everyone. And wherever you are watching this, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Now, first things first, we're inviting you guys to follow and like us right here on this gorgeous Facebook page and the broadcast. Share this to your friends and family, or loved ones and family and friends. And of course, we also have, and we're also live simultaneously on YouTube. So you can watch this on Facebook and YouTube. Now, speaking of Instagram, we have the Instagram account up and running, and so you can actually check that out, and you can see different shows and different program hosts of this channel. It's the new channel, so that's the thing that you need to look for on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. So it is an awesome Wednesday night right here in Dubai, and I think the numbers of the COVID-19 affected are actually doing good. And we have a lot of survivors. I think nowadays we have a bigger number of survivors compared to the ones that are actually affected by the disease. But of course, let's practice social distancing. And if there's nothing really important to do outside, let's just practice staying at home. Now, speaking of staying at home, this is the reason why we're doing this show. Everything is online nowadays. And the good thing is our platform, Facebook, is broadcasting worldwide or internationally. Now, before I call my guest, I want to talk to you about a little bit about comfort zone, right? Because of the COVID-19, the quarantine season, the lockdown season that's happening in the Metro Manila area, the comfort zone. All right, so there's a experiment that they did in Japan. So meron silang pating na malaki. Okay, well, baby shark. Well, malaki pa rin yun. So what they did in Japan is they put the shark into a fish tank or aquarium. All right. So habang nandun yung pating, paikot-ikot siya, ninanavigate niya, sinusukat niya yung fish tank or yung aquarium, sinusukat niya. So naisip niya nung manavigate niya na yung aquarium na paikot-ikot siya na hindi ako pwedeng lumaki kasi pag lumaki ako, ito lang yung gagalawan ko. This is just my space. So mamamatay ako pag lumaki ako kasi hindi ako magkakasya. So what happened was nag-adapt. Okay? Nag-adapt yung pating doon sa size ng fish tank na sa size ng aquarium niya. And so tumagal. It's been months, it's been years. Hindi lumalaki yung same size. Okay? So ang ginawa nila, tinurukan nila ng monitor, and then they put the shark out in the open, yung sa open sea, 'di ba? In a week's time, full-grown shark, lumaki yung pating na yan. Okay, full-grown shark in a week's time. Nung nasa open sea na siya, nasa open ocean na siya. So the moral of the lesson of the story is, baka minsan, 'di ba, kaya medyo hindi mo na-reach yung full potential mo is nandyan ka sa apat na sulok ng opisina nyo, sa apat na sulok ng comfort zone mo, ng ginagalawan mo, dahil ang hirap nga naman umalis kasi nasanay ka na. But what you didn't know is when you go out of your comfort zone, that's where you actually reach your full potential. All right. Now, speaking of full potential, my guest tonight is, okay, ito mas maganda, no? Basahin ng konti para medyo konting formal ng bahagya. Oo, ha, maganda yung short bio niya. All right. So, teka ha. Graduated from Dubomedy Comedy School in March 2018 and has since performed in over 200 shows. She has taken on many challenging performances and has won the Yalla Laugh Beat the Camel in August 2018 and was choice second runner-up international category in Dubai Short+Sweet Comedy Festival back in 2018. She's one of the 3 Dubai-based comedians featured in One Africa's Global Comedy Fest 2018 in Festival Arena Dubai, where she performed alongside some of the best comedians across Africa: Basketmouth, Omondi, Bovi, Salvador, Kevin J, Acapella, Kenny Blaq, and Eddie Kadie, with Hollywood RnB legend Sisqo, 112, and Blackstreet. She has also performed open for international comedians Anshu Mor, Menon, Zakir Khan, Nitin Mirani, Ahmed Ahmed, and Mandy Knight. She is aiming to work her way around global comedy circuit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on the show Miss Imah Dumagay.
Hello! Hi!
Hey! Kumusta kapatid? Kumusta? How's life? Kumusta? Balita?
Very, very good. Thank you for asking. Tawa, binabasa mo yung bio ko.
Parang totoo, di ba? Parang totoo.
Pilingera lang. Oh my
Alright,
God.
so, sige, Imah is from...
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, sige. Parang mali. Parang dapat ako nagtatanong, di ba? Ha?
Do I look beautiful?
Next question. So originally, Imah is from the Philippines, obviously, and she is from Cotabato ba? Cotabato?
Yes, Cotabato City. Hello.
So teka, Ilongga o Bisaya?
Well, ako ay Mindanao, Muslim.
Okay, so Bisaya food.
Actually, siya, mix na siya ng Bisaya o Ilonggo. Nag-mix na yung aming dialect doon. So
hybrid ka.
Very hybrid.
Hybrid. So, okay, ngayong gabi, especially here in Dubai, and alas 11 na ng gabi sa Pilipinas, okay, why don't you greet them in your local dialect, please? Go ahead.
Hello! Magandang gabi sa inyo dyan sa Cotabato or Mapia sandali na ka. Mapia magabi sa Kanulangon sa Cotabato. Hello, family and friends.
Di ba? Parang Miss Universe
na. Na siya.
So that's Ilonggo. Iba pa yung sa Bisaya. Maayong gabi.
That's Maguindanao. Sa Ilonggo.
Okay.
Paano gani sa Ilonggo? Nakalimut na ko ay. Sandali lang.
So you've been here in the UAE, in Dubai for how many years na nga?
10 years already.
Bago pa lang, 10 years, isang dekada.
Very
okay.
bago.
So, mag-iingat ka baka maligaw ka. So kapatid, sige, let's begin with the question. How did you started in Dubai 10 years ago?
Okay, 10 years ago, actually, there wasn't any plan to come here. I wanted to go to America, but they denied my visa. And I'm like, go to hell. So UAE opened the door for me. I wanted to experience life abroad. I was kind of very dependent on my parents. And I realized na I was 25 then. Sabi ko, gusto ko ma-experience yung lives abroad. So So among sa mga ina-plan ko, Dubai yung nag-open ng opportunity for me. So yeah, I came here for job. Then fortunately I landed maganda naman yung akin na pagtrabahuan. So I started working sa free zone. Tapos yeah, from that point 10 years na ako dito. Ayun.
One of the I mean, ano ba tawag dito? One of the mga lahi, I think, no, worldwide is naturally funny ang Pinoy. I mean, do you believe that?
Yes, naturally we are really, really funny actually. I believe that. We are very unique. Alam mo sa Southeast Asia, most of the countries are like napaka-seryoso, napaka-stick sa they stick sa culture nila yung magiging yung dapat yung bang seryoso ka parate, 'di ba? I think it's only Filipinos have this character na nothing can break us even at the time na masyadong difficult in situation, we still manage to laugh. We laugh at ourselves, we laugh at our predicaments. So yeah, I believe that.
Hindi kasi naalala ko lang bigla na ang katuwiran ng karamihan, most of the Filipinos, especially back home, is di bali na walang pera basta masaya. So
Yeah.
naalala ko lang, di ba? So ganyan yung spirit ng Pinoy. Now, were you funny back then nung kahit sa Pilipinas pa lang? Because I know a lot of Bisaya, a lot of people from Mindanao, they're really funny. Minsan nga syempre di ko naman masyado naintindihan, di ka balo, gamay lang. So parang sa bahay, sa household, sila mismo, grabe yung biruan eh. So were you funny at that time na kahit nasa pamilya ka lang back home in the Philippines?
Actually, you'll be surprised if I tell you, among my siblings, sa amin family, mas yung bunso namin yung pinaka-funny. Hindi ako ganun ka-funny. Yung bunso namin at saka yung lalaki. So, sa 8 pala kami magkakapatid. Hindi 4, sorry.
Masyadong malayo yung comparison ng number.
Because my mother is so beautiful, so she married twice. Yes.
Oh,
she
I
had 4
see.
from the first husband and then 4 sa father ko. So, sa family, hindi ako masyadong funny. Pero, ang arte-arte ko magsalita, pakisampal daw ako. Kasi ganda ko sa camera, my gosh. Anyway.
Oh, diba?
So actually, hindi ako ganun ka-funny. Actually, sabi nila, ako yung black sheep. Pero,
okay.
sa mga, according to my friends, funny raw ako.
Okay, so you said that hindi ka masyadong funny, but meron ba nakapagsabi before Dubai or even sa opisina sa Dubai, no, bakit di ka bakit di mo try yung pagiging stand-up comedian because ang saya-saya mo kasama, ang funny-funny mo, and kumbaga napaka-positive lang. Merong nagsabi na gano'n? Did somebody give you the idea?
Back in the Philippines, nobody did kasi it's not popular, especially sa area namin yung stand-up comedy. Especially sa Cotabato, there's no such thing as a stand-up comedy. I mean, back in the Philippines, if you hear the word stand-up comedy, there's this stigma na automatically what comes to mind is yung insult comedy they used to do, especially yung mga comedian natin sa Manila.
Sa mga bars, sa mga bars.
Yung mga Akrayan, ganon. So we don't have such places or platforms sa Cotabato na we should do that. Although kapag I stayed sa Davao, hindi rin ako na-expose talaga doon sa ganitong field. So it never came to nobody told me about it. So I don't even know how did I come up, how did I end up sa stand-up comedy. So only actually nung 10 years ago, even if after nung 10 years na yon, nobody ever mentioned it sa akin. Kaya lang back in 2012, I started watching stand-up comedy sa YouTube. Tapos ayun, yung mga nakita ko yung sila Ellen, mga ganun, yung interest ko, it started talaga back in 2017, late 2017.
So halos parang nito lang yan, few years ago.
Yes, few years, siguro 3 years lang. So in December, nakita ko sa Netflix yung show ni Eliza Schlesinger, si Chris D'Elia, mga Hollywood, mga American stand-up comedians ito sila. Tapos si Joe Coy, and then si Ellen. Tapos na-inspire ako, sabi ko, then early 2018, sabi ko, I think I have to do something out of, in something, I always wanted to do something entertaining, but I didn't really know which one because I can't act, I cannot sing, I cannot dance, I cannot reach the heavens above. So, sabi ko,
parang familiar ko sa lyrics.
You got it! So sabi ko, I I wanted to do something entertaining. So sabi ko, tsaka sabi ko, ilang taon na ako, alam mo yung nakakaburol sa opisina. So sabi ko, let's do something challenging. So, January 2018, sabi ko, nag-enroll ako sa monologue class, film acting, then stand-up comedy. Then, sa stage monologue, it was a little difficult kasi, ayun ko, parang hindi ko bet na you read yung matawag yung piece mo, and then you don't see the audience. Parang you treat the audience like there's a wall, right? For stage monologue. And I feel like hindi para sa akin yun. And then I've seen myself sa film acting, I saw myself from sa camera, hindi ako kagandahan, hindi ako pwede dyan. Tapos, nung I did stand-up, sabi ko, I think I like this. Ayun. Sabi ko, ito pala yung aking ito pala siya. Ayun na. So, yun ang nangyari.
So, recently lang yan, 2017 in Dubai. So, ito na, before I forget, 2019. Now, before I forget my question based off dun sa sinabi mo, no, this is what I like about you. Because most people, sasabihin nila, gusto kong, I want to be a star, I want to be a DJ, I want to be a host, I want to be a YouTuber, but they don't actually start the process of becoming one. Ito yung lagi ko sinasabi, no, na there's an interview with Will Smith na may lumapit sa kanya, a guy in the States or in one of the many TV promos na ginagawa nila. Sabi niya, Will, I'm gonna be like you, I'm gonna be a big star, a Hollywood star. So the question is, sabi niya, are you enrolled in an acting class, in an acting school? Are you actually nandun ka ba sa theater acting? Gumaganap ka ba ng mga small play? Kasi before you be able to actually reach yung ganong level, you have to go through a lot of things. And you kumbaga, dinaanan mo yung proseso and you take the extra step, extra mile na paano umpisan. So who gave you the idea na, okay, so 2017, you started parang this is for me. I like the feeling of this. Tapos merong may audience interaction. So who gave you the idea na nasa Dubai? Kasi hindi rin masyado, 'di ba? If it's Arab country, if it's Middle East, parang hindi siya masyadong nakakatawa, 'di ba? Parang ganoon, 'di ba? Parang seryoso, parang Mindanao. So who gave you the idea na, meron palang school, pwede kang mag-enroll?
Actually, it's just myself. I did my research, as I said, late 2017. Sorry, magtataglish ako ha, kasi may mga friend pala ako nanonood, yung mga ibang lahi, mga manananggal din. So, so in 2017, end of 2017, I started researching like yung mga courses. The good thing about this Dubai, there are so many options. There are so many courses, classes that you can take. You know, if you want to learn, if you want to expand your horizon with other forte, then Dubai is one of the hubs, right, of talents and everything. So I read about it. I saw the Dubomedy, and then Dubomedy is the school I went to, a comedy school. It's one of the pioneering comedy school in UAE. And then yung Courtyard Playhouse, they also teach comedy there. They're more focused, I think, sa theater and improv. Tapos yung film acting, yung Creative Bites, it's called Creative Bites. I took class also. Simultaneously, I took those 3 classes, right? As I said. Tapos sabi ko, actually surprisingly, sabi ko, wow, it exists. Nandito nga pala yung mga classes na pwede mong enrollan. So enroll ko yung sarili ko sa 3 classes, and then I was drawn really sa stand-up comedy. The challenge in the beginning was English is not my mother tongue, right? But at the same time, sabi ko, hindi naman ganun I think people here don't speak like really straight English, like it's not really grammatically correct. Like as long as it's conversant, it should be okay. And you know, we Filipinos, we try really hard. So I said, okay, let me try. I think that was my point. That was the push. What do you call this one? Like that what really pushed me to do stand-up comedy is the challenge that it came with it. Sabi ko nga ganon, English is not my first language. Second thing is, am I really that funny? But I really fell in love with it after the first class because sabi ko, it kind of gives you power. Like people listen to you, you talk, and then you share things with them, because the first day of the class you talk about yourself, crazy things about you and everything, and then when you share that to people and they listen to you, and then you say something funny and then they laugh, it felt good for me. So I said, I want to pursue this. So I took the process of, as you said, if you want to do something, you really have to go through the process. So which I did. I studied it, and then fortunately for me, my mentors, her name is Mina, by the way. She was really supportive, and she's the first person to tell me that you have the potential, you should continue. So sabi ko, oh, okay. And then by that time, I realized that I was so far the only Filipina doing that. And so I took advantage of that because, naman, sa UAE, they rarely see, I mean, nobody sa art form na to na nandyan before me as Filipina. So yeah, to change the perspective on us, so I took the challenge.
Ang galing na, no? Kasi you said something about art form. So, initially, when you're starting, money is not the goal. Kumbaga, it felt good, it empowers me, and somehow I feel kind of, kumbaga, empowered on stage. Kasi people are laughing, I'm telling my story. So, initially, the money is not the goal. The goal is for you to, kumbaga, you love what you do. Tama ba?
Yes, and up to now, by the way, just to clear this conception, you won't. So if you are in Dubai and a stand-up comedian, you're not gonna make that much money anyway. Because although we exist, the comedy is booming here, but the art form is still like we're still in the process of like drawing people to us. I mean, against dancing, clubbing, against singing, acting, and everything. Stand-up comedy ay parang baby pa din dito sa Dubai. So you don't really get money. So it's not money at all. Isa sa mga motivation ko, it's not. I wanted to experience this, and I really like. I like it, and I saw the potential in me. So sabi ko, maybe for now it's not about the money, but later on, one of the goals really is to become a full-time stand-up comedian, because it's different when you're doing something that you really like and you enjoy. At the same time, you're making money out of it. So what's not to like about that? Charot. Yeah.
Very, very good point. Again, my guest for tonight is Imah Dumagay, the first Filipina who actually became a stand-up comedian right here in the UAE. Now, this time we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be coming right back with more. Welcome back to the Fort Project, where we talk about money, business, and life. Live tonight, right here on TNT. My name is Bob, your host, and we would like to invite you guys to a whole lot of different shows right here on this channel. First things first, we'd like to invite you guys to watch The Big Picture. It's happening every day, Mondays to Fridays, 7 p.m., hosted by Mr. Lloyd Luna, and his guests are sharing inspiring stories and notable personalities. Next, we have HR Hotline, introduces us to the wonderful world of human resources management every Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 1 p.m. And also from the States, iBusiness talks about inspiring business insights, live streaming from Tennessee and Texas in the USA, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Wednesdays and Fridays, 9:30 a.m. Philippine time. Learn your life's purpose by tuning in to U-Turn Mondays and Thursdays, 10:30 in the morning. And of course, we have the Home Buyer, is where you hear inspiring stories about building and owning a property. Streams Mondays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. My favorite one, laugh and learn through the puppet stories, Tuesdays and Fridays, 5 p.m. And of course, magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace, an online night bazaar live streaming every Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m. Two leaders in one platform every episode. TNC Talks, or TNC The Talk, streams every Mondays at 12 noon. We have people newly on board, Chito and Trisha, the After Shift, and a couple of other shows that's going to be happening this month of August. We have the Town Hall. I think that's going to be happening this coming Saturday. So again, welcome back to this gorgeous channel. We're broadcasting live simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube, so you can actually share this to family and friends. Like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube, follow us, click the subscribe button, and the Instagram. All right, so it's up and running. Back on the show with my guest tonight, the first ever Filipina stand-up comedian right here in Dubai, UAE. So eto na tayo, Imah, no? So andun ka na, nag-umpisa ka na, but who told you were funny? Parang pang Miss Beauty Queen ba yung tanong ko? Mahirap ba?
First, it was me. Oh my God.
No, I like that because you believe in yourself, diba? Kung if there's no one believed in you, tas hindi ka pa naniniwala sa sarili mo, sino maniniwala sa'yo? So, okay, so that's a good one. So parang, okay, let me try this. I think I'm funny and I'm gonna give it a shot. So aside from yourself.
Actually, my friends here in Dubai, my colleagues, kasi, so, you know, we in this company, we have this, like, we call ourselves like a Filipino community. We have like a Filipino mafia company. So when we gather like a birthday or we go out, so we always, like, we stay together for about 3 hours. Imagine sa 3 hours na yun, ako lang ang nag-entertain sa mga buwisit na to. Sabi ko, I am the source of entertainment here. I will charge you 3 hours entertaining all of you. But anyway, Bob, it's only because I talk too much. I'm very talkative. So maybe I wasn't giving them chance to talk. But then they enjoyed my presence, my company, and everything. So I said, okay, I think I'm going to start charging people. Then my of course, as well, my husband, he said, yeah, you are funny. I said, I know, but not in the bed. So anyway, so
and he's from the Middle East part of the world, right?
Yes, my husband is non-Filipino, you know. By the way, since I married a non-Filipino guy, my mom is forced to speak in English. Hello, mother, if you're watching.
No choice. Kailangan makapag-communicate in English,
yes.
No? Is that actually from here, from Dubai, or from somewhere else?
I met him here.
Okay. But he's from saan nga ulit siya? Cebu pala.
He's from Egypt.
Cebu pala.
He's from Egypt. Yeah, he's
okay. Egyptian, okay. All right, so good for you. Now, eto na, kapatid, no. Starting your journey, what are the setbacks? What are the ups and downs? What are the process? I mean, what are the things that you go through becoming a stand-up comedian? Kasi eto ha, I think it's a lot easier for men to be funny because we're naturally funny, lalo na kung kami lang mga lalaki. But for a female Filipina, parang bibihira. Bibihira ang alam ko. We have Joe Coy. We have puro mga lalaki. Yung on top of my head, ang mga nasa list ko is puro mga lalaki and wala masyadong babae. So is that kind of a really challenging part for you being a Filipina tapos babae?
I think it's more of an opportunity than a challenge, Bob. Dahil wala pang there's not like wala pang Filipina comedian. So I think it's an opportunity for me to to the people, to the rest of the world, that hey, we are also funny. And it's not because I think like back in the Philippines, the comedy is more popular sa LGBT community, right? Sila yung parang sila talaga yung superstar sa when it comes to comedies back in the Philippines. Then I think in 2013 or before, nag-start yung comedy in Manila, I think. So meron ding stand-up comedy na ngayon, Western style in the Philippines, in Manila. But yeah, mostly dominated by men. And I don't think na Filipino in general, especially the Filipino men, are in this belief that women are not funny. I don't think we have that problem in the Philippines. Like, we support each other, and we know that we are funny. You're a Filipino or a Filipina, we know that we are naturally funny. So it just happened that there is no... Ay, teka, meron pala si Happy Sleep. Napanood mo ba yun, yung YouTuber?
That was a long time ago. Happy Sleep.
No, she's a stand-up comedian now. Although
na
she's
ngayon.
based in
Okay,
America.
well, that's good. All right, good job.
But I hope she gets and there's one more Filipina, by the way, but she's British, or she was born and raised si Ria. So anyway, so what I'm saying is I don't think it's a challenge for me. As I said, it's an opportunity. Kasi ang naging ano lang sa akin, basically, I'll say this, I'll share the experience. When I was starting, I'm still new, by the way, okay? Barely 2 years sa stand-up comedy. Ang naging struggle ko lang personally is dito sa UAE, alam mo naman yung ang majority sa atin, ang perception is, not just perception, majority sa Filipina, they don't see them in the entertainment industry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of us are in the service industry, right? So it was challenging to break the stereotype, but at the same time, it became a source of my material. So it became one of my best jokes na when I was starting, like when I go on stage, and especially kung nagpa-perform ka sa bars, so yung mga tingin ng mga audience mo sa akin, parang, what is this? Is she taking orders? Is she cleaning the stage? What is going on? So they have this look,
Kabayan
right?
na kabayan yung dating, di ba?
Yes. So they have this look like, what is she doing there? So, and there was even a time, like, before I was going sa stage, merong nagtap sa shoulder ko, true story talaga, na miss, pabili nga ng I want wine.
Waitress!
Tapos, yeah, sabi ko sa kanya, ako din.
Ako din. So, may mga ganon. But you don't get offended pag you don't get offended na parang, hey, I'm here to perform. I'm one of the...
I don't get offended. Kaya lang, it's doon mo makita na, wow, the perception, like, it's true talaga yung stereotype sa atin, diba? And there's nothing wrong with those jobs, those people in those industries, nothing wrong at all. But I am talking about the generalization, how their brain works, like, brain works like, okay, just because you see me, so automatically you think I do that. So yeah, so I took that opportunity para maging kasama ng material ko, and it's working really well. And to see a Filipino on stage, especially doing stand-up comedy, is something new to them. That's why it was easy for me to at first I was like, am I really that funny? Or maybe because I'm Filipino, so they are shocked. That's why I get to get their attention as soon as I go on stage. But then I realized now it's not just because it's a unusual thing to see a Filipino, but also because I found out that most people here, they love Filipinos, they love Filipinas, like they know that we are nice people and we are very friendly. So yeah, that's interesting to know, because every time after the performance, I go down and then they would say, you know what, you guys are friendly. I know a Filipina. Do you know Melanie from Philippines? Like, dude, do you know Philippines is a 90 million? It's a country of 90 million people, and I don't even know my roommates. We are only 16 in the room.
Oh, parang ang Pilipinas hindi isang boarding house, ha?
What do you think? Philippines is like as small as Karama? What is this?
Ano to, feeling mo Divisoria, Baclaran lang, no? Anyway, so okay, like I said kanina, no. So on top of my head, we have Rex Navarrete, Edwin Sanua, and these are Yun. And these are international Filipino stand-up comedian in the States. Now, back in the Philippines, we have, of course, Dolphy, Babalu, at kung sino-sino pa on TV. But stand-up, we see Alan Kay and, of course, Vice Ganda. Now, knowing the backgrounds of these people, especially Kevin Hart and Joe Coy, they have a painful background. Was it also the same story with you, and they turn actually the pain into laughter? Aside from yung pagiging stereotype ng mga tao sa Pilipino, sa Dubai, is gano'n. So yun nga kamo yung naging material mo. But was it a painful background for you growing up in the family back in the Philippines?
No, Bob. To answer the question, stereotypes din sa comedian yun that you are funny because you're coming from a very sad experience, from your sad experience, depressing experience. But for me, my comedy is not defined by pain, because I think I'm one of those people that I don't live in pain. Alam mo yun? I think I'm a very easygoing person, and I cannot say na I had these problems in life na parang naging source ng comedy ko. No, because I take life easily. I think I'm not sad, I'm not angry. I just live every day with I think not happy thoughts, but I think I'm always okay. So it's not about pain. Although I had really sad experience because from my previous marriage, I got married twice. Practice makes perfect. So that was so that was a sad experience for me, but that was like 10 years ago. So
you moved on. Oh, wala na yun, tapos na yun.
Yeah, so parang I can't say that's the reason of my of doing comedy. Now, for some people, I'm not discounting or undermining the pain, the experience which made them really best at their field these days, right? I'm not saying that pain doesn't matter when it comes to comedy. No, but for me, I say it's only because I really like doing this. So I like it, and I like the idea that I make people laugh, you entertain them, or maybe you enlighten them through humor. So there's no need for me to have. I think for me, it doesn't matter if I am angry or happy or sad. When it comes to performance, people came to see a comedy show, people came to laugh. So I think you have to oblige. So to answer that question, I don't have any personal experience that I would say define my comedy.
Well, then, congratulations. That's good for you. Now, let's talk about kanina. No, let's go back a little bit. So setbacks. Did you get booed on stage on the first few try?
Alhamdulillah, that never happened so far.
Talaga?
Because I don't know the reason, but I think because I'm so beautiful, who will boo me? Pagpasok na pala ng stage, hello! I'm beautiful! Sino mag-boo sa akin?
So, wala masyado. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Yes, go ahead.
Talking about setbacks, I think I would just enumerate yung mga maalala ko lang na mga challenges pag being a stand-up comedian. First, obviously, you just don't go on stage just like that. You practice, you write your material, you test your material 100 times, and it's not easy. I think as every other profession, if you want to be good at it, you really have to take it seriously, and you have to go through the process of honing your skills, honing your talent. So I'm working full time, but so I double time. Like after work, I have to write my jokes, I have to practice. Sometimes yung late ka na makauwi, ganon. Then just fortunately, I have a very good supportive husband. Second thing, you're not sure if the joke will be, something na sometimes it can go flat. Means you'll not get any laugh, right? Then when that happens, you feel like hindi ka magaling, you're not good, sometimes it will come to your mind that I don't want to do this again, because why am I doing this to myself? Why am I embarrassing myself, right? But then again, every field, every profession has its ups and downs. So hindi lang madali yung sa stand-up comedy, because our flow relies sa laugh ng audience. Yung metric namin is based on the laugh. So sometimes it's very difficult to make a stranger laugh, by the way, lalo na kung madaling patawanin yung mga kakilala mo, but most of the audience, you don't know them. So I think it takes practice as well, which is not easy. How, like, if your personality is not really you're not someone who likes to connect to people, then you will really have a problem doing stand-up comedy.
Okay. What's the thought process when you get a flat? Sabi mo kanina, when you kumbaga, okay, there's a punchline, nobody laughs. What goes into your head?
You want to kill yourself.
Simple, di ba? Simple.
But then again, so far, alhamdulillah, that didn't happen to me. Although sometimes people will not laugh, but they show the interest, they're listening, they give you chuckle, they give you smile. But when that happens, you have to be prepared, because every comedian, especially the best ones you see now on stage, making specials on Netflix, every comedian, lalo na yung mga sikat, everybody went through that stage. And it's okay. It's okay not to get laugh. It's okay, people will boo you. And so what? You go pick up yourself the next time, go chase another stage time, perform again, and then better your jokes, right? Write better materials. And then it also helps when you film yourself during performance, kasi you'll right there and there you will see kung saan ka nagkamali, ano yung pwede mo pang i-improve sa material mo. And it's okay if you didn't get laugh, if people like, like, if it's called bombing, by the way, it's called bombing sa stand-up comedy. If you're bombing, it's fine. Go back up again on stage. It's okay. Wala na pong tao lang successful lang diretso.
Exactly. Normally, how many the first few tries on stage as a stand-up comedian in Dubai? How many minutes do they give you normally? Because I think if it's like 5-10 minutes, ang haba nun for somebody to talk up on stage sa harap ng mga tao para patawanin sila. So normally, how many minutes?
So the comedy is common also in other parts of the world, like sa America, sa UK, somewhere sa ibang lugar din. It's almost the same dito. So we have this 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes. So if you're new, so like pag nag-open mic ka, yung 3 minutes para sa mga baguhan, right? Or if you are writing new jokes, if you want to try new jokes, then meron kang 3 minutes. Tapos if you're doing a regular set, then you do to 5 minutes. Ngayon, kung headliner ka, feature act ka, then you do the 30 minutes. So that's how the breakdown of timing.
Wow. But you actually believe in, I genuinely believe that there's really money in stand-up, in the industry of stand-up comedy or being a stand-up comedian. There's really money in it, right?
Yes, there is. But again, in UAE, well, if you're doing corporate shows, then yes, it's a good amount of pay. But for the regular shows like club, bars, not that much. Kasi nga sabi ko nga sa'yo before, art comedy is not that really like the venue. They rely on F&B. Like whether there is comedy or no, they will sell anyway, right? So sometimes we even beg to get. Sometimes before we even beg venues to give us place to perform, kasi we don't have comedy clubs in Dubai. I don't know the reason, but anyway. So comedy promoters, and the comedy circuit, we know that that's one challenge pagdating sa pay dito sa Dubai. But when you get out of this, maybe when you go somewhere else, you pursue this, especially maybe sa America or somewhere, then yeah, if you're good, you'll make money just by touring local cities, right?
Right.
And then when you make your own solo show, if you're really that good and you have huge following, then if you can sell out auditorium, theater, then good, you'll make money.
Well, yeah, it's because recently we had Jokoy in Dubai filled the Coca-Cola arena right here in the Middle East, and he's a Filipino, and I think he shot the Netflix special also back in the Philippines and also back here in Dubai in the Coca-Cola arena. So you'll get rich eventually, but like you said, no, the comedy in Dubai, in the Middle East especially, is still on the infant stage. Yung 10 years na yan, sobrang baby pa. Tama ba? So it's not really recognized yet in this part of the world. Now, another quick break, Imah, and we'll get to know more about her, my guest tonight on the episode, when we come back. So don't go away.
Thank you.
Welcome back on TNC. This is the Fourth Project where we talk about money, business, and life. And we have some few public announcements tonight right here on the show. And we would like to invite you guys to support this because the new channel, together with SJ COVID-19 survivors, urge public to join blood donation drive to address shortage in time of pandemic. Members of the Centilla Juris or SJ fraternity who survived the COVID-19 disease have been religiously donating convalescent plasma ever since the recovery to help COVID-19 patients and the prevalent situation they have been hearing firsthand in the scarcity of blood supply due to lack of donors. The simultaneous blood drive will be held in Tuguegarao, Cagayan, Baguio, Benguet, San Fernando, La Union, Dagupan City, Pangasinan, Quezon City, Naga, Camarines Sur, Calatrava, Romblon, Legazpi, Albay, Zaraga, Iloilo, Puerto Princesa, Palawan, Pagadian, Gipos, Zamboanga del Sur, and Zamboanga City this Friday, the 14th of August 2020 at 8 a.m. PH time. The highlight of the nationwide project is the convalescent plasma donation to be held at St. Luke's Bonifacio Global City on the same day to help heal our COVID-19 patients. For more information, please check out the schedules we are flashing on the screen. So ito nga to talagang medyo, ito yung sinasabi namin, no, still practice social distancing and stay at home kung wala namang masyadong pinaggagawa sa labas. Oo, kasi nga sabi nga nung isa dyan, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas. Okay. So back tonight with my very funny Filipina, first Filipina stand-up comedian right here in Dubai, UAE, and congratulations on your success. And I'm happy that you're actually representing the country in this art form of industry in Dubai. So aside from you, ba meron nang nagsibulan? Are there parang followers of the industry na mga Pinay din?
Yes, these days we have two more Filipinos. One Filipina and then one Filipino. So tatlo na kami, Sharon and Joshua. And we look forward na sana I just started, just to open the door for the other Filipinas. Kasi I really believe na mas marami pang funning Filipina kesa sa akin. So I really wish na in the near future they'd come out.
When you found out that there's no Filipino or Filipino stand-up comedian in the UAE, was that give you parang more thing to actually pursue the art, or parang teka sandali, parang nakakatakot to?
It's actually a mix of both. Kasi nung una sabi ko, uy, wala pang Filipina. Then later on, uy, wala pang Filipina. Alam mo yun. So parang so yeah, as I said earlier, I took it as an opportunity to to showcase what the talents na meron tayo, not only in singing, dancing, acting, and everything. So yeah, it was exciting. At the same time, the good thing about it is there's no standard, or wala silang pwedeng i-compare sa akin na she's not funny as this girl, So wala akong point of reference, wala silang point of reference to compare me with. So ayun, so it was good. Pero hindi naman sorry.
Was it really hard for kasi I know, especially if it's really taped, if it's recorded tape, yung material na nai-perform mo, kasi you have to keep writing new materials. Hindi pwede na yung last month mo or last year mo, yun pa rin yung sinasabi mo on stage. Was it, how challenging is that to actually write new materials and dapat, kumbaga yung napapanahon?
So it's, based it depends on the comedian, right? So in my case, every situation that I encounter, like something funny, so I usually record that. Nare-record ko siya sa audio, sa voice notes ko, so what comedians do, we keep, some of them, they maintain a notebook. They write like just a bullet point, ano yung funny na nangyari today, yung mga experiences nila. Sa akin, I do record it. So it is, now you have the joke, already what's fun. Sorry, what's funny already. The funny situation, the funny encounter is written. Now the next step is a little bit challenging, is to convert this into joke. Because there is a structure of joke. You have to, there's this premise, and then there's this punchline. Although some comedians, they would do storytelling, but at the same time, that's much more challenging if you do storytelling kasi you cannot just tell the story straight for 2 minutes, 3 minutes without laugh. So it's a challenge to put every bit, like every 1 minute, there should be laugh. Like at least may mga tatlong, apat na laugh every. There should be like 3 laugh per minute, 3 or 4 laugh per minute. So it's not easy to write jokes. But at the same time, as long as basta gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, wala ring mahirap para sa'yo, di ba? So I think in my case, what I do, I write every now and then I practice with my husband. As pag merong opportunity na makausap ko yung mga friends ko, I practice the jokes with them. So yeah, when I get consistent laugh from my friends, from my colleagues, from my husband, then I keep that joke and then I develop that. So the writing process, I enjoy it. I don't know for other comedians, pero for me, I'm speaking for myself, I enjoy the process. So the only challenge is now, if you did this set, if like, I've not done a special yet. That means I will. So anyway,
that's the goal. That's the goal.
I have not. So I did not do my solo show yet. So I'm not yet on that stage where I'm gonna be worried. Oh my God, I wrote this joke. I did this last year. I should not be doing again because of that. So for me, what I performed sa other bar yesterday, I can perform tomorrow because usually we don't have the same audience naman. So it's not, hindi pa ako, wala pa akong stage na yon na mag-worry ako, mag-burn ko yung material ko.
But how challenging is the comedy industry nowadays? Because everybody's filming on their cell phone, their smartphone, they're recording you. So, and then maybe, just maybe on the next time na magkita kayo ng tao nyo, ay, ito yung ito mo friend, parang sinabi niya yan last time. So, how challenging or how do you prepare yourself for the technology that we have nowadays?
So basically, as a comedian, you treat your material like sa singer, like pwede mo ulit-ulitin yung material mo, di ba? Kaya lang, yun nga, napanood na namin yan, narinig na namin yan, wala bang iba. So as a comedian, it's very challenging but you have to have this mentality na every audience is a new audience. Kailangan parati mong isipin yon na by default, it's a new audience. So hindi lahat ng tao narinig na yung joke mo. But let's face it, na everybody's filming. Like in my case, I was told, Imah, do not upload your videos. You're burning your jokes. You can't do that anymore. And it's going to be difficult to write new jokes. Then I take that as a challenge to myself to push myself to write more jokes, to write new jokes. Because sometimes we comedians, just because we write jokes, sometimes it comes to the point that we get lazy also. Like, it's so easy to write jokes. But that shouldn't be the case. So if almost all my jokes are already uploaded on my social media. So I don't think the whole world's seen it, but still I have to take extra caution to, like, if I should write a new one when I do a bigger show later on. So you have to be a little, I don't know for some, but for me, I'm okay, Yanni. I'm okay. I will write new jokes.
Now, kanina, di ba, you said na you did not come from a painful background in the family. You love the process. You enjoy what you do. It's empowerment for you to actually be on stage and make people laugh. Now, obviously, the whole concept of the industry and the art form is working for you. Now, ano yung, if it's, I mean, everything is working for you. You're very free-spirited. Ano yung difficult stage lang or part, if there is, for you?
Would you believe if I say the most difficult part is the first few seconds of going to the stage? Yun yung pinakamahirap, na kahit ilang beses ka nang nag-perform, yung nerves nandoon pa din, yung kinakabahan ka pa din. Yun ang pinaka-hate ko na part.
But I think yung nervous, I think it keeps you on your toes na kailangan mas galingan ko kaysa dun sa last time na performance ko. Kasi I think it's a good thing. It actually prepares you for the performance itself. Kasi kapag nawala ang kabahan, you get complacent. Na parang, okay na, magaling naman ako, mapapatawa ko. I mean, do you agree?
In my case, I worry na pagka masyadong kinakabahan, yung tempo ko sa stage nagiging mabilis, and then
Mm.
yung timing ko nawawala. So doon ako nahihirapan talaga. Sabi ko nga, when do I get rid of this? Yung wala nang kaba, wala nang kaba. But at the same time, I realized hindi na, it will never go. Kinakabahan ako talaga, yun ang problema ko pagdating ko ng stage. So, pinag-aaralan ko paano ko, yun ang problema ko right now, ha? Sa writing, I'm okay. Sa practices, I'm okay. Kaya lang, when it comes to live performance, like I look happy and confident, but at the same time, I'm dying inside. Like, can we get this? Like, can we just call me already? Call me already. I want to go on stage. And I think the second one na masabi ko na medyo problematic sa akin is yung, what if my audience na mag-interrupt sa akin? Kasi
You don't get to experience heckler before? Wala pa so far?
Yeah, from time to time, na experience mo yung heckler. But here in Dubai, the hecklers are tolerable. They're just so excited to be part of the show. But I haven't experienced yet that I was like really yung interrupted, that yung may set ko na yung bang ako inaway sa stage. So far, wala naman yun. However, you have to be prepared for that situation na may mga tao na pag nakainom na, ganyan. Baka sisigawan ka, ganun, aawayin ka later on. We have to be ready. So, kailangan ka din, flexible ka din sa mga ganun situation. Ready naman ako, pala-away din ako eh. So.
Wala namang problema, taga Mindanao ako.
Taga ko naman, tumaya ako ha.
Oh, diba? Oo. Now, obviously, you have this some level of success in the comedy industry in Dubai, and we're very proud of you, and we're very happy for you, kapatid. But from 2017 up until now, if I mean, for the viewers who's actually watching this internationally or Dubai based, what do you think are the ingredients that keeps you in the industry from 2017 up until now, and you still want to keep doing this? Ano yung mga sangkap ingredients na dapat siguro ganito ka, kasi you're not just working by yourself. You have promoters, you have different people that actually in the whole scene, diba?
Every day is a learning process. You never ever give up. At the same time, you have to learn how to deal with people. Kailangan humble ka, kailangan hindi ka, yung bang marunong ka mag-network. So sa akin, I think in my case, for me, ma-share ko lang, if you, as in every other industry, you have to keep going. So if you have to like keep fueling the interest in, like in my case, I really want this. I want to learn more every day. Walang magaling, walang best na nag-stop. Everybody is learning. Even the expert, even the professionals, they are going through the process again and again and again. Keep practicing and keep networking, keep writing jokes. So I think yan yung nangyayari, yan yung ginagawa ko, kaya nandito pa ako hanggang ngayon. So you shouldn't feel shy to approach people, for opportunity, for stage time. When I was starting early 2018, you won't believe I would perform like maybe every night. I would contact every promoter, hey, can I perform there? Can I perform there? Can I perform there? So yeah, at the same time, you expand your network. So I think yun yung parang secret ko. Charot.
When you say you're actually, kumbaga, in short, you beg for shows, you beg for performance. Hindi ba nakakaliit ng pakiramdam? Of course, you were starting there, wala pang pangalan, hindi pa masyadong putok yung industry ng comedy dito. But parang, do I have to go through all of this? Kailangan ko ba talagang pagdaanan to? Because obviously, when I started the show tonight, no, sabi ko comfort zone. So I mean, it's uncomfortable feeling, I guess. Paano yun?
Sa akin, so when I was after my first comedy show is called Mixtape. It's a graduation of the comedy school I went to. So after that, now I had to go out and meet new people to be able to perform, approach the comedy organizers. Hindi ako nahiya. I really asked. I contacted them. I think it's the only way. If you really want it, you chase it, You don't wait for the opportunity to come to you. You chase, you create your opportunity. So I was chasing stage time, literally. I would go to Abu Dhabi to perform for free. I would go to this place to perform for free. And it's the only way to hone your skills again, to practice. And it's different when you practice in front of the people you know, and it's different when you're performing in front of the real, I mean, the live audience. So how would you be able to measure your success if you don't go through this process? So I don't think na nakakahiya. It's not something to be shame, to feel embarrassed about. Like, if you want to do something that you're really passionate about, I don't think there's no space for me para mahiya pa.
Wow,
So yeah.
words of wisdom from my guest, Imah Dumagay, the first ever Filipino stand-up comedian right here in Dubai, UAE. And again, this is not going to be the first and last time that you are going to be in the show. Hopefully on the second season, you will be back here. Now, before we let you go, kapatid, any shows to promote and any
Yes.
social media platform that they can actually follow you and message you?
Yes, please. Thank you so much. So on 21st of August, that's next Friday. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So 21st of August is gonna be I will be in Dubai Opera
Wow.
hosting the king and queen of UAE comedy, Mina Liccioni and alias Syed. So basically the founder of Dubomedy, they're the first ever UAE talents to ever grace that prestigious stage, and I'm very happy to be part of that. So mag-host po ako ng comedy show sa Dubai Opera on 21st of August, and then sa
Wow.
25 po ng August nasa Red Radisson po ako sa Silicon Oasis. Meron po kaming show doon. And then sa 28th of August, meron kaming online streaming ng comedy show. I-share ko rin siya sa social media para po kayo ay makapanood. Tapos ako po ay nasa Instagram, Facebook, at TikTok, at ang aking ID, at aking, ano tawag yun?
Handler.
Handle.
Oh,
Ang
handle.
aking handle is Imah Comedy. And thank you po sa inyong lahat. At thank you, Bob, sa pag-imbita dito sa inyong podcast. At
So the event is slowly coming back to
Yes.
Dubai. Wow.
Yes, it's slowly picking up, but obviously we have to implement the social distancing measures that that's set by the government. So yes, we are. Before it was only restaurants. Now I think events as part of Dubai Summer Surprises, yung shows that
DSS,
Dubai.
yeah.
Yeah, sa Dubai Opera. And today, sa Jimmy Carr, di ba? Na-perform siya today. For the next 3 days, may show sa Jimmy Carr. So, next week, sa Dubai Opera po, sa Dubomedy. So,
Wow.
I'm excited.
Again, kapatid, proud of you. Congratulations and representing the
Thank you.
Philippines. Continue.
Nasagot ko ba yung mga katanungan mo?
Take two. Ulitin natin from the top. Again, kapatid, congratulations. Stay safe and I'll see you next time, maybe
Thank you
outside
so
or on the
much.
podcast. All right?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Good night.
All right, there you go. Imah Dumagay. Wow, the first Filipina stand-up comedian in Dubai, and the community is slowly growing in terms of us right here, Filipinos, to be in the funny art form of the industry. And of course, we'd like to say thank you to the people who actually made this show possible. This is presented to us by Puzzle Box BPO, sponsored by the Manila Times, Step Back, and of course, Philippine Association of Professional Speakers. And this has been your host, Bob, right here on the Fort Project, where we talk about money, business, and life tonight, right here on TNC. Until next time, good night.